Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Podcast with Keegan Jewell. We are coming together one Monday at a time to reach our full potential. What that means is every single Monday morning, we have a new episode of the podcast that comes out. So hit subscribe, hit follow, whatever you're listening on, whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever it is, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every single Monday, you'll get a notification of a new episode coming out. Well, what is that episode about, you ask? That episode will be about coming together one at a time, like we just said, reach our full potential. Each and every one of us has a purpose, has a calling in life, something that we're passionate about. And why not use Mondays to get that going? Use Mondays to get motivated, get energized, get encouraged about that passion, that purpose, that calling. And even if it's not towards that, what better way to kick off a Monday than, just getting some encouragement to kick off the week, that Monday motivation to go, you know what? It's maybe a tough one this week. Last week may have been tough, but let's get it this week. Mondays can be tough only if we let them. So let's make Mondays the best way to start off our week here at the Monday Motivation Podcast with Keegan Jewell, where we are coming together one Monday at a time to reach our full potential. Good morning again, everybody. And again, welcome to the Monday Motivation Podcast with Keegan Jewell. I'm your host, Keegan Jewell. Again, if it's your first time tuning in, thank you. Whatever brought you this direction, thank you for checking us out. Thank you for tuning in this week. And if you're a long-time subscriber, long-time listener, thank you again for tuning in, guys. It really does mean a lot. Today's topic, conversation, motivation, came from a conversation, actually a couple conversations I have had recently. As you can see, the title does say, go for it. Go for it. Just that simple, easy, but also at the same time, it's something that we've talked about a little bit before, but I just want to give a reminder about, honestly, we talk a lot about having goals, pursuing goals here on the Monday Motivation Podcast, which we should all have goals, in life. I was reminded actually the other day from someone we were talking, and they were talking about some of the goals they have in life. And I just said, you know what, I love that you have goals, and they even reciprocated that, said, you know what, thanks. I've always been someone that's had goals. And we both came to the agreement that really when you don't have goals in life, it's tough to kind of give yourself the motivation to maybe do things, know really what direction to go in life. And even if you know where you want to go in life, if you don't have goals to really kind of help push you along the way, it's going to be a tough one. Because you don't have anything pushing you and encouraging and motivating you. Monday Motivation Podcast. You don't have anything motivating you or pushing you towards that goal. And so really all of a sudden you're just kind of sitting there and you're going, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. But that's it. That's about it. That's all you've got. And so one part of step one to go for it is figure out the direction. I know we've talked about that a lot recently. But figure out direction you're going in life, direction you want to go in life. Two, again, we've talked about it before, but again, two is write down, figure out what are the goals that it's gonna take to get you there. That's big, that's key. And the other part of going for it is you gotta go for it. You've got to be willing to take risks. You've got to be willing to do the things no one else does. This part of it too comes from a conversation. We were talking about, I was talking with a couple people, and, we were talking about just athletes, really, to be honest. We were talking about athletes, some of these high school athletes, and they even said, this person's been out of high school and college, and they go and they just even said themselves that they look back on some of those guys, some of those people that they see that were really good in high school and went on to do college. And you see these, pro athletes that are going, and you're like, wow, these guys are really good. And yes, some of it is you are just that, like, they are just that good. But at the same time, they even said they go and they get hearing more about and learning more about this person, this athlete, and they go, okay, they're also this good because they put in work, they put in time and dedication. And really this part of it was they were talking about someone they know that's in high school right now that is a pretty good sized dude playing football. And they're like, he's a pretty good sized dude, but he goes, he's also was in the weight room 3 to 4 days a week this last summer, lifting and getting in the work, putting in the work, which is, I mean, it's crazy. And it was said, and like all of us involved in the conversation agreed, in moments like that, you just realize and you are reminded of the dedication it really takes for, I mean, you look at athletes, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, baseball. I don't know if I said that one, but if I haven't, baseball, even golf, like these guys, these people, these guys, these women, male, female, whatever sport it is, yes, they're really good at what they like. Obviously, they're really good because they're making money to do this for a living. But it didn't come easy. It didn't happen overnight. They put in time. They put in the work. They went for it. And I think of so many stories that I remember hearing and seeing. And even now, today, as you think of you think of some of these high school athletes, these college athletes that you hear and they talk about it, and they're like, yeah, I didn't do this. I remember seeing a video the other day about some major high school basketball athlete that was talking, and they asked him something about homecoming or prom or something like that. He goes, I don't care about that. So like, I will be going. I'm not going to go. I'm just going to honestly probably just go to the gym. And I remember reading the comments of this post, and people are like, seriously, like, you're in high school, enjoy it, all this blah, 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 which I get, there's that side of it. But this kid knew what he wanted to do. He knows he knows he's really good at basketball. He knows he's one of the top in the nation. He knows that he wants to go and play in college and go for the pros. And so he's going and saying, you know what? I'm willing to miss out on some things. I'm willing to miss out on some things that others will do, and others will be like, oh, that just being a kid, grow up, like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be a high school, I'm gonna do this, that. Saying I'm willing to miss out on some of those to reach my goal. And more times than not, I see this happen mainly in sports. Sports is really the big one I've seen it in. Music, I know sometimes can happen too. But why doesn't it happen more often for just people that aren't looking to get famous? Not that these guys are looking to get famous, but aren't looking to do something crazy like music or sports or whatever it is. Why can't it be you? Why can't it be me? What's holding us back from saying, I'm going to spend an extra time, even though it'll mean missing out on some different things, even though it may mean that I have to fight some FOMO of, knowing that saying, hey, I'm not going to go do that because I want to work on this other thing. And by saying that, I know I may miss out on some fun moments, some cool things. It's a balance. It is. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I've been working, I've been grinding so long, so much. Let me get an opportunity. Let me take some time to have some fun and relax and do these things. But at the same time, like, go again. The title of this episode is Go For It. Once you know the direction you have for your life, and once you know the goals that you've placed in your life to get there, you've got to go for it. You've got to be willing to just say, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go do it. Can't hold back anymore. We got to look and balance the consequences and take a look and be like, this is where I want to go. And if I want to get here, I know that I'm going to have to miss out on something on this sometimes. And when it comes down to that, you got to say, what I'm going to miss out is so worth it because of where I'm going to get to, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to be. Again, it's a balance. Doesn't mean that you do that every time. Enjoy life. Life is short. At any moment, we don't know when it's going to be done and over with. Enjoy the time that's with the loved ones that are around you. Obviously enjoy that, but also at the same time, be willing to give up some of that to go for it and to make it in what you want to do with what you want to do. Know what sacrifices are going to be made. Know what sacrifices are going to need to be made to make it there. So that's what we've got. If you're new, that's the best part. If you're new to the podcast, again, thank you for tuning in. And again, this is kind of the best part about the Monday Motivation Podcast is We're just going to keep it short, simple, give you something, a quick burst of motivation to start off your Monday morning. Because it is Monday. Let's go out. Let's kill this Monday. And let's do exactly that. Let's make this Monday the best Monday so far this year. Let's make this week the best week so far this year by kicking it off strong on this Monday morning. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Monday Motivation Podcast with Keegan Jewell, where we are coming together. Sorry about that. Where we are coming together one Monday at a time to reach our full potential. And just remember, this week, go out and just go for it. That dream that you've got, those goals that you've set, go for it. Don't hold back and go for it.